Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with your boy. Well, basically today, Stephen Jackson decided he basically wanted to speak up about everyone going in on LeBron.
Only one filter eliminates virtually all dissolved solids.
Hey man, I appreciate the smoke, the support with all the smoke, but I see why y'all don't be want to watch this bullshit. Say man, listen, today, if you ain't never won a championship in nothing, especially all these people on TV trying to down LeBron James, you don't know what it feel like to be a champion. So we don't expect you to understand what it takes. It's only one LeBron James, dog. As basketball players, we understand what it takes to be great. There's people on TV that never won a championship in nothing, let alone the NBA, and there's people that play in the NBA on TV that never won a championship. Today is for the champions to speak, not for the haters. Okay? If you a champion, then you salute another champion. But all you motherfuckers that never been a champion in nothing, never been the best in nothing, you just showing how much hate you have in your heart. And you miserable because you never been a champion. Champions speak today. Non-champions sit down and listen. Big facts.
First of all, shout out to Carcino for life because I think he did this earlier. I was at work. I didn't get a chance to really listen to it. I listened to it last night through a guy named Marcus in our fantasy group. He put it up, I guess, rubbing it in or bragging. You know how LeBron fans do. They can only come around and talk trash once they've won. But where was this same energy game 3 and 5, Jack? Your guy isn't getting respect because everyone knows that they gave him the championship. Why is he so angry? Why is he so, I deserve my respect? Like, why is he sounding like a bitter female who ain't been hit back in like 3 years from the man she loves? A lot of women tendencies coming from you and him. I respect you, but I've lost a lot of respect for you after that because now all of a sudden you want to diss all those analysts who were talking about it. But where were you when these analysts were dissing Kobe Bryant? These same analysts were saying Kobe Bryant's not even a top 5 or he shouldn't even be mentioned in the GOAT conversation. See, you guys jumped to his defense like he's poor little lebrownie, like he's a poor little baby. That's what y'all do. Y'all so quick to jump to his defense, and it's like, for what? What is so great about this guy? This guy has not mastered a mid-range shot. This guy has not mastered a crossover. This guy has not mastered being a top defender. He only defends when it's time for him to defend, or he defends when he knows, okay, the camera's going to be on me, and the man's out there fouling everybody to the basket. He fouled Jamal Murray on the last 3 plays in the Nuggets series. He also fouled Kawhi Leonard at the beginning of the bubble games where Kawhi was finna shoot. He grabbed his hand, which should have been a foul, but they're not going to call a foul because you know why? You already know why, Jack. But for you to go off like you did, I don't give a damn if I won a championship or fucking not. He's a bum. And I'm going to speak. You not my daddy. You ain't Skip Baylor's daddy. You ain't none of these people daddy. If they want to speak about this bum, they can speak about him because you players weren't nowhere to be found when they were tearing Kobe Bryant down. But all of a sudden, because they're going at poor little lebrownie, y'all want to step up. I didn't hear you coming out talking about why y'all tearing Michael Jordan down. You gonna come out when it's convenient for you, when you got to get a check. Like Carcino said, all you are is a guy here trying to get a check. But when you go at certain people, oh, it's a problem. Now, I love what you did for the George Floyd situation, but what if that wasn't George Floyd? What if that was somebody else? Huh? Before your brother George Floyd died, or your best friend, y'all brothers, because to me, your best friend is your brother more than just your friend. I didn't see you doing nothing else for nobody. I didn't see you speaking on Botham Jean. Everyone on you guys pick and choose who you want to talk about. The only time you and that Queen James guy want to talk is when it's in the news or when it's being popularized. The I can't breathe thing, y'all just threw black people in there all together, so you didn't have to individually praise each one. So you can all jumble them up in a pot and then just say, oh, I said can't breathe, so that means I'm talking about Mike Brown, such a... No. Call them by their names. Call them by their names. Before George Floyd, I didn't see you, Stephen Jackson. I didn't see none of y'all out here talking about black people hurting or black people starving or black people being murdered. I didn't see none of y'all. I don't run around here trying to be an activist because I don't want to be an activist. To me, an activist ain't nothing but a nigga who gonna be broke and just out there spewing shit and ain't getting nothing done. We don't need activists. We need men and women to come together and get this going. It's gonna take more than one person. It's gonna take more than 500 people. But if we feel like talking about lebrownies, we got the fucking right to talk about lebrownies. Because I'm going to talk about them. Because that was the worst playoffs I've seen in years. That was the worst championship I've seen in years. Anthony Davis deserved the MVP award. Him or Rajon Rondo. I don't want to care about no stats. Because Rondo wasn't out there padding stats. AD wasn't out there padding stats like your bum king does. If he's such a champion, why is he so angry? Why in the post game he's smoking a cigar on stage? He's smoking a cigar, and not only is he smoking a cigar, he's looking mad like, y'all better give me my respect. Like, who the hell is you? You have 6 finals losses. It took you 6 times. It took you 10 tries to get 4 championships. When you are able to pick the teams you want to pick, when you're able to go to places you want to go. I don't have a problem with you. That's what I've been saying. I've been staying the same with the same energy, Mr. Jackson. I've said in the past, I don't have a problem with the moves that LeBron does behind closed doors. Because you know what? The owners would do the same thing too. But when you got a stacked deck and you're still losing, Mr. Jackson, that's why we don't respect him. So I don't know what your agenda is. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it sounds bogus as hell. I don't care who you are or who you deal with or the people you around. I have a degree in broadcast journalism from Texas Southern, taught by Dr. Vera Jackson, taught by Dr. Hope Thompson. Some of the best teachers there at a black college. I went through the rough to be one of the best broadcast journalists I could be in that class. And I'm doing what's in my field. You going off on everybody because they're speaking their mind. Dude, who cares? They've been doing this for years. After Shaq won his first title, there were other people saying even that was in the reports. Well, about time Shaq won something. Is he going to win 2 more? So you gotta take your energy somewhere else because I'm not gonna stop talking about it. That finals was controlled and fixed. That finals was poorly officiated. So was the playoffs. He got an easy route to the championship. He's a false king, and the guy is overrated. He's a superstar talent with a role player mindset. When it gets tough, Mr. Jackson, unlike you, who is a role player, but you have intangibles of a superstar because you wanted more. I respect you. Even after you said that bullshit just now, I still respect you. Because you're one of the realest players. You're one of the nicest players I've seen play the game. You're one of the realest. But on this one, sir, you're dead wrong. In my B.I.G. voice, you're dead wrong. And you are. He gets no respect from me. He doesn't. It's okay for him to stack his teams and to put anybody on his team, to have a friend who runs an agency who's able to sign players from the agency to his team or put them in other places to position him to have an easy road to the championship. He's been doing this for 8 or 9 years, Jack. And he's supposed to be great. What if Kobe and Jordan had that power? They would have won way more than this bum. So I don't want to hear none of that crap from you talking about, well, only champions talk today. Champions, they're false champions. And then they had the nerve to take a shot at Giannis when none of them guys on that team could hold Giannis' jock strap. But y'all dish Giannis when y'all gave this bum like 8 or 9 years to develop. Giannis is doing the same thing he was doing in Cleveland, struggling. But y'all gonna blast Giannis. But when we blasted LeBron back then, y'all saying he ain't had no help. He didn't have no help. His players ain't that good. His players ain't that good. Crying like a bunch of bitches. That's what y'all sound like, a bunch of bitches. That's what you sound like, Steve Jack, a bunch of bitches. You too real, man, to be defending the man, dog. A lot of y'all cats defending this man like this y'all wife or something, like this y'all girlfriend. If somebody don't like LeBron, they don't like him. You can't make them like him or not. If somebody want to speak on this bum's championship, we gonna speak on it. You think we supposed to shut up because Stephenjackson came out and said, Shaq ain't say nothing. Kenny Smith ain't come out and say nothing. You know why they didn't come out and say something, Jack? Because they don't respect them either. They're just a part of this BS culture where they have to go along with the agenda, or they'll lose their sponsorships. They'll lose their job. Don't nobody respect this bum. They don't even, dude, I was at a discount auto place yesterday. Like I said in my other video, this guy said straight up, I cannot stand this guy. He has ruined the game. And this is a guy I didn't even know. This is an average dude. He even said, I couldn't stand Kobe. But I respect him. I'm a Kobe guy because he turned our Lakers around, because Kobe could have been left us during those down years. He played his heart out still for us, even when we were down. And then the trolls gonna come out of somewhere. Oh, well, he requested for a trade. Yeah, because he was playing with Smush Parker and these bums on his team. And every day he's trying to make them better, but they're not getting better. Because they don't want it. They weren't talented enough. When those guys left Kobe, what happened to their career? It was a dud. Say it with me. When Smush Parker and Kwame left Kobe, what happened? They were a dud. And guess what? Smush Parker started off on LeBron's team in Cleveland. Why didn't LeBron make him better? Since y'all say LeBron make people better. Oh, that's right, because he doesn't. And Smush Parker's a dud. So, Stephen Jackson, you weren't defending KD when that whole thing went down. And if you did, I apologize, but I didn't see it. They were slandering KD. Why you didn't speak up? Why you ain't say nothing? You said something after the fact, after it all happened. Why didn't you come out that day when he was a champion and tell the other people to shut up? Why you ain't tell them to be quiet when they were talking about, man, your championships don't mean nothing. You had to join the 73-19 because you know why? Because you on LeBrownie's balls. Say it with me. Paul Wheeler, LeBrownie, Steven Jack had to go make sure the baby balls was okay. Oh, poor baby. Man, fuck out of here, Stephen Jackson. I'm going to talk about this bum today, tomorrow, the next day, until he proves me wrong about him. I'm going to keep talking. No respect, no respect, no respect, no respect, no respect, no respect, no respect.